I'm really excited that you're all here. It's been super exciting couple of weeks for us. For some of you who don't know, Blackbox Connect is a 2 weeks program. We bring entrepreneurs and founders from different part of the world, different countries, and they spend 2 weeks in here. They meet with great mentors, advisors, investors, successful entrepreneurs, and we help them understand how the language and the map of Silicon Valley work out. And we believe that they're just as good, if not better, than a lot of the entrepreneurs that we have here in Silicon Valley. We definitely don't have monopoly on talent in here. Talent comes from everywhere, and we're very fortunate to have this model that works really well, that help them understand how to interface with the Valley and become global successful companies as well. So in the past 2 weeks, we've had great speakers, great guests, people like you, the community of Silicon Valley who understand how things work here. They pay it forward, they come and they share their time and they share their wisdom and information and knowledge. And it's very enriching and very valuable for these great entrepreneurs that they're coming from different countries where they don't have this wealth of experience and practice that Silicon Valley has had. And the people who are doing stuff here, they get to share these information with them and learn from them. So this program, as I mentioned, it's the 7th edition. We've expanded and we're growing and scaling. And we've had, typically we have 8 to 10 companies. This time we had 16 companies coming from 15 different countries. And it was terrific to see the bonding that happens. The model that we have is during these 2 weeks, they live together in these houses, and we bring all the speakers here. And the experience that they get from learning from each other, from sharing their knowledge is amazing. So we have companies that they've come from South Korea, from South Africa, from Germany, Turkey, Italy, founders from all around the world. We've had India and Pakistan, and we've had Israel and Palestine. And we had some French. Okay, the French people won. And we had French people also here in the mix. So it's been really phenomenal to see how the language and the passion of entrepreneurs, crosses everything, and the level of collaborations and the sharing that they have, and how they give their talents and their special skills to each other. It's phenomenal. So what's been really unique is just seeing them through these first 2 weeks. They come here, they're not very clear about the expectations of, they know this coming to Silicon Valley is very valuable. We promised them that they're going to learn a lot of good stuff, and they meet good people who are going to teach them a lot of good things. But then to see that over 2 weeks, the amazing change that they go through, and this transformation that you could literally see, and you will see them today, how they completely are just as well prepared and ready with all the work that they've been doing in their home countries with very limited resources, unlike the Valley and all the ecosystem that we have and the support and the expertise, with very little things that they got going on in their regions. They managed to develop great products and great tractions, and several of these companies doing over $1 million in revenues. And we're very thrilled to see this continuous improvement in the level of the companies that we've had here. So what else I want to talk about here? So this time also, so we started this program 2 years ago, and we've done 6 programs before this time. And what was also very unique and interesting this time is we've had the 3 startups that they have been in the first couple of programs, that they also have gone through the journey of successful fundraising, entering the US market, setting up offices in here in addition to their offices in the home countries. And they were, they came in, they were participants 2 years ago, and they came in as speakers and mentors, and they sharing their experience and how have they done it, what it's been like. And it's to me, this is like the most humbling things. I had this vision about bringing these people and seeing the value that gets to be created, and to see it in reality, and to see these people back and evolve over the past few months and develop something really great is very, very rewarding. And today we have maybe 5 previous graduates. We have Ali and Omar from Groupik. They were here in the last summer program. They're doing great deals with their products in Pakistan, and they're connecting with large multinationals, doing very, very good things about to be announced. We have Kono, also was here last summer from Cyprus, was working in London. And who else do we have? We have Ono, also from the first program from the Netherlands, with his great app that also successfully went to Berlin and raised money, and the app is taking great traction, doing very well. So it's really, really great to see these people kind of coming in the full cycle and doing it and proving it and delivering that using the stuff that they've learned here. So thank you to all of you, the people who've come here tonight and the people who have been coming to the program to help share their knowledge as well. This is really what makes this whole thing super useful. Is the ability and the mentality of Silicon Valley, how we all have this approach of paying it forward and doing things without necessarily, not everything's transactional. And this is the thing that they're taking back to their countries, and they're spreading the same ethos, and they're practicing these things. They're mentoring other companies that they're junior to them, and helping the other entrepreneurs understand how by sharing your ideas grow better, and you get better feedback and get over some bad myth and paranoia that they may have in different places. So what else? Very, very specific and special thanks to all the great partners that we work with and the great speakers as well. And this program is the second program that we do in partnership with Google for Entrepreneurs. And we're very grateful because Google for Entrepreneurs have a great reach with more than 70 partners or more around the world that they are supporting entrepreneurship and innovations in small hubs, in remote and local and big and small areas, where they're nurturing this innovation cultures. And we had the luck and the privilege to work with Google for Entrepreneurs and the great partners that they have. And some of those partners are phenomenal. They're doing accelerators and incubators in places that there's really nothing going on there. And they're the one who nominates these companies, and we get to interview them. We've had more than 150 companies applied, and we've selected 16 of them. And it's been great to have this partnership and to help us outreach and connect with great people. We had a great visit to Google. They've had a mentorship session with the design partners from Google Ventures that got one of the highest rating. Those are the people on the cutting edge of product design. They're doing great stuff. They are also helping, sharing their knowledge with our participants. So thank you so much, Nicole and Google for Entrepreneur team. I'll invite Nicole to tell you for a few minutes also what is Google for Entrepreneurs in a minute here. I definitely could not have done this without my great team. I really appreciate all the great work that you guys have done around the clock. Mackenzie, and Xavier, and Sanita, and Eugenia. It's been really, really great honor to work with you on this, and I'm so glad that you guys see what we're about and give all of yourself for this. So thank you. And I want to also have a special thank you to Bill Joes. Bill is our secret sauce for this program. Bill is the pitch doctor. Thank you, Bill. Bill is like the epitome of Silicon Valley, all the great things and the experience all the way from Apple and all the garage.com and the education for entrepreneurs that these guys have launched. And does phenomenal jobs and put in days and hours in here ongoing. Yesterday, what, 12 hours probably non-stop, just mentoring one-on-one and speaking with these folks. So thank you, Bill, and thanks to the team, and thank you, Google for Entrepreneur. Before I pass on the microphone to Nicole to tell you a little bit about Google for Entrepreneurs and the great things that they're doing, just to give you general logistics, what's going to happen. So we will have each one of these companies do 2.5 minutes presentation. There's no slide, nothing. There's just they're challenged to tell you exactly what they're about and on their own feet. And there is there's a little bit of a flyer, the descriptions of these companies, and they will have the panels. We will do a few questions, and we're also grateful to have great panelists that they've joined us. Thank you, Bill and Sam and Gaurav and David, and Bill Reichert is also the global other garage.com that is spreading the initial ethos of Silicon Valley all around the world, and Bill is always traveling also and sharing his knowledge around the world. So that's really great. We appreciate that. So we will do that, and we will go through these companies. So it'll be about 5 minutes each of those companies. Once they're finished, they will have their tables in there. So if you're interested in seeing their products and learning more about them, you will meet them there. And so it's, with 5 companies and 5 minutes per company, it may take us a little bit over an hour, but we will go through this efficiently, and I promise you that you will be engaged. There's very, very interesting companies in here, great entrepreneurs. And after this, we have some fantastic buffet and drinks, and we will enjoy some nice food. So one more logistic things. There is a little porta potty around the corner for the bathroom. So if you're wondering what it is, it's around here. And with what else? Without any more, I want to welcome Nicole, the operation guru of Google for Entrepreneurs, who manages working with all these great partners, to tell us a little bit. Thank you so much, Nicole, and thanks to the great team. This is a team of 5-6 members, and the impact that they're doing around the world is pretty phenomenal. So it's been a great privilege to be your partner, and thanks for all the great work you do. And this is your
Thank you. For Entrepreneurs team. We got started a few years ago, and actually more informally our roots began even earlier, because as it happened there was a lot of ad hoc organic outreach taking place all across the company by Googlers who were really passionate about getting involved in their local startup communities. So 3 years ago, our executive leadership team decided to start Google for Entrepreneurs as a global effort that would seek to organize all of that effort and outreach under one umbrella, and really empower entrepreneurs around the world. So this was really a natural fit for Google. We ourselves began as a startup in a garage not too far from here. And so that passion for innovation has really been a part of our DNA from the beginning. So our team has 2 primary focus areas. One is building community, which we do through a variety of programs and partnerships like Blackbox Connect, as well as equipping entrepreneurs with the resources they need to be successful. And our partnership with Blackbox really hit both of those objectives. Last summer, like Fadi mentioned, we ran a pilot cycle, and we brought 8 startups from the Google for Entrepreneurs Partner Network to Blackbox to participate in the program. And it was clear from the very beginning that Fadi's mission was very closely aligned with our own, and we very strongly felt that entrepreneurs do not need to move to Silicon Valley to be successful. So it's been really exciting. Fadi's built a really powerful program here where these founders gain access to great influencers, but also have the chance to connect with each other and share learnings, and then take those insights back to their home countries and leverage those insights to tackle a lot of the world's challenges. So it's been a real pleasure getting to know these amazing 16 founders in this cycle, who I think are really inspirational examples of the creativity and innovative thinking that's taking place across all corners of the world. So thank you all for being here and supporting the program and supporting these awesome risk takers. And with that, I'll pass it back over to Fadi.
Okay, so we're gonna start. I get sometimes excited. I forget to appreciate Xavier, who is our great team member. I don't know how I could forget Xavier. That Xavier has been. We've done all the technologies and all the support and the community stuff that he's doing behind the scene. So we will start with our first company from France. Is Band Square. And we have Chloe and Antoine, the CEO and the CTO of the company. So welcome, Chloe.
Hi everyone. Can you hear me? No mic. I prefer that.
Oh, wait a minute. Please keep going. Try one. No.
Hi everyone.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi everyone, thank you for being here today. I'm Chloe, the founder of Band Square, and here is Antoine, our CTO. At Band Square, we stand right in the middle of the next music evolution. Fan-driven live music. When I was working at Universal Music, working on the global digital strategy of all those artists, I quickly realized that there was a huge opportunity for helping emerging artists. They make 70% of their income from live performances. And though they cannot make a profit from it. Why? Because first, they struggle to come into venues, and then they have to share their revenues with so many middlemen when they make a concert. That's why, a year ago, I decided to launch Band Square, and I left Universal for that. With a simple idea. We bring directly artists and fans together to make concerts happen. So that we help them to skip the middleman, to get the power of negotiation with the venues, and to get a certainty of return on investment. And it's not only about the crowdfunding platform for concerts. We're doing more than that. We enable any fan, anywhere in the world, to bring his favorite artist to his town, and we help emerging artists to know the real-time demand for them. In about 2 months, we created the first jazz and soul communities online in France. That is to say, more than 22,000 people that enabled us to carry more than 10 concerts. And the revenue model was very simple, a commission taken on the collected funds. We've naturally started in France, but we plan to go global, to extend our reach with strategic partnerships. We are already partnering on one side with major labels like Universal and EMI to bring the best of emerging artists on stage. And on the other side, we're partnering already with Spotify main competitor, Deezer. With Deezer, we're gonna reach more than 120 million fans worldwide. We were recently spotted as one of the top 12 most attractive startups in France, and we won $35,000 from Top Visas that enabled us to launch, and we will launch live in April. Later in the year, we'll be looking for a seed round, but today, I would just ask you one thing. If, like us, you think and you can see that the next music evolution is fan-driven live music, please come to talk with us and you will know more about Band Square. Thank you very much.
Wonderful, and congratulations on being the first one to get this done, right? And being the brave one who got up there first. So great job, and kudos on the presentation. So my question is, there are a bazillion sites that are trying to bring independent artists together with their fans, right? So what I think I heard, but clarify if you would, your differentiation is around organizing the event, and then you're actually the registration site as well as just a community site.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm getting?
Exactly. Like people come. Ticket sales. And actually it's more than ticket sales. You can share a unique experience with the artist, meaning from your name on a poster at the entrance to a private concert with the artist. So it's included in the pack with the concert ticket.
So, Chloe, nice presentation, very smooth. I mean, obviously, this wasn't the first time. You've rehearsed this, and it really shows. So, kudos to you again.
Thank you.
And also, kudos to everyone tonight who's not presenting in their first language. It's tough enough to be making a public presentation in front of an audience that asking you questions you may not have the answers for, but it's even more difficult when it's not your first language. So, great, love it.
Thank you.
So, question for you. Some things we do for love, some things we do for money. This stuff, I love it. I looked at your website today because I saw the list of the companies. I saw what you were doing. It's fabulous. What's the market like? What's the market potential? Explain to me how, as an investor, I would make money, and everyone would make money with this.
Live music has the most important growth today in the whole music industry landscape. And this is about $23 billion each year globally. Of course, our addressable market will not be those $23 billion, but we are pretty much heading the competition since we are partnering with major labels and Spotify, like Deezer. So it will be 15%.
Very cool. Since everybody's giving you kudos, I'll give you kudos for being a music startup, because that is something that I really have a passion about, and I love music, right? So one of the things that I wanted us to know is, how are you identifying these talents so that they're not, the fans aren't wasting their time, one, seeing someone that they might not like, or the band themselves not getting enough ticket sales to make up for the travels or the event and their time.
So how can we target, let me rephrase, how can we target...
how are you finding these talents, such as the bands, to play in certain events?
So there is one part where we are partnering with major labels, and they have already sourced the artist. We already work with vocal coach of The Voice too, in France. And from the other side, it's pure crowdsourcing. So any artist, from emerging to top, but mostly from emerging artists that you want to see a lot, you can have it, like you can bring it to your town. So the quality is also guaranteed by our partnerships, but you can ask anyone.
Great, thank you so much. Great job, thank you.
Let's look again.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Next company is Beanworks. We have Catherine, the CEO and founder of Beanworks. They are based in Vancouver, Canada. Yes, and we consider Canada an international company.
Thank you.
They're doing a lot of things different than we do here in the States. And Catherine, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. So Fatty stole my opening line. I had it all memorized, so I'll say it anyway. I am Catherine Dahl, and I'm the CEO of Beanworks Solutions, Inc. And yes, we're from Vancouver, and that is definitely not in the United States. Although there is a Vancouver in Portland, so it's close. Anyway, I am one of 11 dedicated and passionate individuals who are doing something a little boring for you guys, but not for us. We're evolving accounting applications for mid-sized companies, something that is long, long overdue. And what we do with our platform is we free our customers from the chains of old, antiquated, and really inefficient, and quite frankly, ugly legacy platforms that they're on today, hosted in their own servers. So why do I care about this? Why do we do this? Because I'm an accountant. I'm not a techie. I'm actually a passionate accountant, and I love accounting. But over the last 20 years that I've been doing it, in every company that I've worked in, and I've been an operational accountant, just to be clear on that, But every company that I've been in, every industry I've worked in, same problem has existed everywhere. The software is really bad, and it's really old. It's been around for a long time. And there hasn't been an evolution in accounting since we went from manually posting journal entries, little accounting speak for you, to automated posting of journal entries. There's at least one person who gets me in the audience nodding there. Thank you. It's tough being an accountant. But we decided to change that. We like it to be fun. We want it to be exciting. We want it to be engaging. So we went out and built a prototype, and we put that out in the marketplace, and we thought we're going to start from the bottom up, and we'll do it modularly. So we'll start with the evil in accounting, which is accounts payable. It's paper, it's manual, it's really expensive to do, and so we went and we automated it. And what we discovered in our prototype is that our customers not only loved being in the cloud, which is where our platform is, they wanted everything in the cloud. But they're accountants and they're risk averse, so they want to do it a little bit at a time. So we realized we had an opportunity to go out and build a platform to replace all accounting legacy software for mid-sized companies, one piece at a time. So we started that 2 years ago, and in January of this year, we launched that new platform called Beanworks with the first module, which is an accounts payable automation tool. We've had great success in our early platform, and in the new one, we've had 25% growth through just simply referrals and no marketing effort whatsoever in the first quarter of this year. Our customers like Ticketmaster, Live Nation Canada, and Frenchman's Creek in Florida tell us this: we're not just building them a platform or a tool, we're building them a relationship with us, and a relationship between accounting and non-accounting spenders in their organization, and they quite love it. They get the control and visibility that they want, they reduce costs and they're more efficient, they can do more with less, but they actually empower their workforce to do more strategic work. And so that's why we do it. I'll leave you with this. Salesforce is the de facto platform for CRM. Google, although not the first, became the de facto platform for search. Beanworks is going to be the de facto platform for mid-sized companies' accounting applications. If you want to know more about what we do and why we're doing it, how we do it, I'll have a demo at the table later. We are doing a round right now, a seed round, to prove out our next piece of the puzzle. So I'm interested in talking to investors. Thank you very much.
Good pitch.
Oh, thank you.
Let's talk competitive. Why are you better, more compelling than QuickBooks and NetSuite, to take two examples?
Because we sit in between them. So QuickBooks is for small business, NetSuite is competing against SAP and Oracle, and there's nothing in the middle. For all these companies with 50 to 500 employees that can't afford NetSuite, which is actually a 10-year-old platform, it's expensive and you have to buy the whole thing. And QuickBooks is inadequate for companies that are bigger. We do have QuickBooks customers, but what we do and where we help them right now is that they have multiple companies, and current accounting applications don't let you put them all in one place. Our platform is a multi-entity platform that's built to handle more than one legal entity. I forgot to tell you that in my pitch. And it's also a completely different way of designing the software. It's experience-driven, not functionally driven. So it's the user experience is more important.
Second part of the question. Isn't it painful for them, though, to only do one module at a time rather than switching over AP, AR, general ledger?
No, it's actually a lot easier because accountants don't want. What we can do is go in and add on to their existing system that's in their server and do one part and get them in the cloud. And then they go, oh, I like this. So then we say, well, now how would you like to do another system? But don't change your ERP. Keep using it. We'll talk to it. And then we do another one, another one, another one. And they don't have to ever switch the base ERP if they don't want to. They can just pick and choose which pieces they'd like to put in the cloud and which pieces they'd like to keep in their own house.
Just to build on that a little bit, what do you think of companies like Wave Accounting or FreshBooks? And I guess is there something in Canada that makes people go after accounting in particular?
Yeah, it's a funny thing, eh? Cashew. The other one is Xero, but they're actually Australian. They're all small business. Wave is free. You get ads in Wave, and if you're an accountant, controller, CFO of a company, you don't use a software that has ads in it, and it doesn't. It's really for solo Wave.
But why is no one going after the mid-market? And it seems like everything.
They're ignored. I don't know. This is why I want to do this. I don't know why nobody goes after it. I think it's just because the mid-market it's a gravy train. They've been in these. It's really hard when you have everything in one platform to switch, unless you give people a way out, and that's what we're trying to do.
Great, thank you so much, Kathy. Our next company We have Bengu, the co-founder of Buzz My Videos. Buzz My Videos. Bendu is the co-founder. Welcome, Bendu. Thanks for joining.
Hi everyone, my name is Bengu and I'm here to tell you about Buzz My Videos. Buzz My Videos is a global multi-channel network. We are empowering video creators to be successful on online video platforms like YouTube. We are based out of London, but we are operating globally. And interestingly, I've met my co-founder in Dublin, Ireland, when we used to work at Google YouTube. Within the 12 years of our combined working experience at YouTube, we have realized one very important piece of information. Online video is reshaping the future of entertainment. And there are two components to that shift. One of them is content, the other one is audience. In terms of content by numbers, today, every minute, more than 4 days of video are being uploaded on YouTube alone. And today, every month, 6 billion people are watching online video on YouTube alone. And 60% of that is outside of US. So we have seen a true opportunity that we should be helping video creators to find the right audience and to get discovered. With that in mind, Buzz My Videos was founded 2 years ago. So far, more than 5,000 video creators joined our network from more than 100 countries. And we have actually received more than 150,000 applicants, but we had to be selective. So what we are essentially doing, we are giving them 3 things. One of them, we are helping them video SEO through our automated technology. And secondly, we are giving them free cross-promotion, creating a vibrant online video community. And thirdly, we are generating revenue for them through advertising. It's a rev share business, it's very simple, and by the numbers, our business idea has proven to be right, because we are self-funded totally, and cash flow positive, revenue generating since day one. But these are not the only numbers that are making very excited, because every day when we wake up, we know that today, 30 years of Buzz My Videos content is being watched on YouTube. That's the kind of data that really keeps us going and believing in the fact that we are at the very beginning of something really big. And going forward, we would like to invest more in our technology to scale our business and to take our business multi-platform and multi-device. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. It totally makes sense that there should be somebody doing Buzz My Video just as they're doing Buzz My Blog and Buzz My everything else, right? So that's brilliant. What I'd love to hear are some real metrics of merit in terms of before Buzz My Video, this video was getting this, but after Buzz My Video, this video was getting more views, more money, what's the kind of scale at which you make a difference?
Definitely. So what we don't want to do is, we don't want to take one video and to make it viral. We are creating loyal audiences for a channel. And with that, we've seen on an average 30% growth using our tools, growth of subscriber growth on YouTube alone. And also on a kind of like, it's just the beginning of a channel, let's say. We just start hand-holding the channel and a 30% growth just for that channel. But that's just through our automated tools. And then what we do, we also give them strategic advice and we support them in their content creation as well. So that's kind of like we are helping them to create something meaningful for a recurring, loyal, coming back audience.
Nice, smooth presentation, and I'm a fan already because you've got, sounds like some solid traction. And there's nothing that speaks love to an investor's heart like traction, because it makes all the difference in conducting the due diligence. Customers speak loudly. So, question for you. In looking at your market, all right, there's a cost of acquisition per customer. And it doesn't look like this is a particularly defensible business model. It doesn't shout like it's got intellectual property all over it. So how do you, first of all, protect yourself against competition encroaching when they see your success and going and doing the same thing? And then what kind of margins are you seeing on your business after the acquisition cost?
Sure. So to be totally honest with you, our acquisition costs are not high at all. We have not spent any single kind of money to acquire. 5,000 creators joined us word of mouth. We haven't done any marketing. But in terms of competition, we kind of solidify ourselves by being the experts on YouTube, because our technology is actually coming from our insights that we have spent like a total combination of 12 years at YouTube together, myself and my business partner. So that's the kind of key to our like kind of expertise on the platform. That kind of puts us out, singles us out against our other competitors.
I must congratulate you on being cash flow positive at the beginning and having revenue since the day one. Right, that's very hard to have in a tech startup, and to be able to achieve that, to be sustainable in the beginning is amazing. Right. So could you tell me a little bit more about what is your technology? What is your secret sauce that's making?
Sure. So definitely, it's impossible for me or for us to call 5,000 creators one by one, telling them, you know what, you need to do kind of put this title on your video, or you need to change this tag, or you need to work with this other creator so that you're going to kind of tap into their audience. What we do, we kind of give them a tool where they can automatically see improvements, what they need to be doing to get to the next level in terms of their channel. That's one thing. And then also another piece of kind of tool that we are providing them is, you know what, you're a music creator, but then also there is this other great creator, you have an audience overlap. Why don't you two work together so that you can actually expand your audience? And we are not doing it by pulling the two creators. We are doing it through our own platform so that they meet, and then they can either create content together, or they don't even need to create content together. They can go and they can share one another's content, and then that's going to increase their audience automatically. So that's kind of like the technology that we are doing right now. But you're right, because we would like to expand that technology, because we have loads of different cool ideas that we could be doing in terms of making sure these creators are actually going to be more successful on the platform.
Thank you, Bengo.
Thank you very much.
Next company, we have Talal from Palestine, and the company is called Farikak. I tell you what that means. In Arabic, that means it's your team. Oh, I shouldn't be giving secrets about it. Welcome, Talal.
Well, I only have half a pitch now because I was going to explain the whole meaning of Farikak, so thank you, Fadi. I want to start off with a little number here. In June, this coming June, there will be 4 billion people watching the soccer or football World Cup. And that's the market I'm going for. My name is Talal Jabari, and I am the founder and CEO of Farikak. Farikak, as Fadi said, means my team. And basically, we're a football gaming platform. And what that means is we started with a fantasy football game. And I don't know if any of you guys have played fantasy US football or fantasy basketball. Essentially, one in the back, thank you. Essentially, you have your players that you like, you put them in your team, it's your dream team. When they play in real life, you get points or lose points depending on their performance. So we launched this game about a year after we started developing. This was in August. And since then, it was a quiet launch, very little in the way of advertising. And since then, we've had about 25,000 users. We've focused mainly on the Middle East region, and that's why we have the Arabic name Farikak. We've done quite well in that respect. But our next move right now is we're thinking about the World Cup. We're thinking about those 4 billion. We want them to come play, and we're going wider with the game. What sets Farikak apart from other games is that you can play across multiple leagues. And you can do that with a lot of fantasy football games. And we have the English Premier League, the German Bundesliga, and the Spanish League. So people can choose players across those leagues when they're playing. Our next step right now is a quick picks game, which is going to be our second game in the platform. And quick picks is a prediction game. So basically, you're going to choose which team you like. The first two teams on June 13th are going to be Croatia and Brazil. So you choose Croatia, Brazil, and that's how the rest of the game will be played. We offer, you collect points. It's a freemium model. You collect points, and at the end of every month, you get a physical prize. That's it in a nutshell. If anybody has any questions, or you just have a favorite team and you want to talk trash, now is the time to do it.
Thanks a lot. Questions? Football fantasy. Okay, no questions.
Well, you know, we can't let him off the stage without giving him a hard time or something, right? So great. So I think what I heard is you're going to use the World Cup to build out your audience for your fantasy, what we would say soccer,
Absolutely.
right? Okay. For your fantasy soccer leagues. So I was anticipating you were going to say something bigger, more exciting, that was going to be mapping directly to the World Cup. I didn't quite hear it. Can you clarify? Did I miss the point?
I might not have made the point clear enough. The point is we're launching a new game specifically for the World Cup.
Which is this the Quick Picks thing?
This is the Quick Picks game, and at the same time we're going to be launching a mobile app on Android and iOS. This is a game specifically designed for the World Cup.
But you win, so you get points if you got the right guy, is that it? There's got to be more to it than that.
Well, it's a matter of predicting your team, right? It's a strategic game. You got to know which team is going to be winning and which team is going to be losing, and it's a matter of studying how they played and knowing how they're going to perform. Whose main player is out of the game, for this week, and that's really how it's played.
Sure, just follow up, quick question. On the economics here, this is in some ways a little bit comparable to the game market since it's a volume play. You got tens of thousands of users now. What's the churn like? What's the revenue per month? What's the revenue per user? Active members, active paying users, and how are you going to scale this thing from tens of thousands to tens of millions?
We started off. It's a freemium model, right? Essentially, but we started off offering it free to build traction. So our first season that we're just about to close has been in the interest of building traction. It's been a beta release, and really the goal was to test that our product is viable and is going to sustain larger numbers. We've built a solid base. We've built it completely from scratch. My development team has built it completely from scratch, and we've built it so we can scale it. With the right marketing, which is our next step, I believe that we will be. Our goal is to jump into the much bigger numbers than we have now.
Okay. Quick question.
Okay, so I do play a lot of fantasy football and fantasy soccer, right? But just curious, what is your long-term vision past the World Cup? After the 2 months period is over.
As I said, it's a football gaming platform. We started off with the fantasy. The fantasy is going to continue when the next season starts. The Quick Picks right now is going to be just for the World Cup. But when the new season starts, we're going to modify it to be a Champions League Quick Picks. We also have 2 more games that are in the pipeline that we're going to add onto this same platform. So it's not just going to be fantasy, and it's not just going to be Quick Picks. It's going to be a combination of multiple games that are going to keep on, going to have people playing all the time.
Great. Okay, thanks a lot. Next company, Abdullah and Jose from Kuwait in Spain. Abdullah and Jose's company is called Fish Me.
Just a second, I promised our Instagram followers this photo. Thank you guys. Hello everyone. I really appreciate you come to this day. It's a very special day for all of us. My name is Abdullah. I'm the co-founder and CEO of FishFishMe. This is Jose. He's my co-founder and is our product manager. So FishFishMe is an online platform to help people find and book fishing charter boats around the world. We are currently based in 2 offices. One is in Dubai and the other is in Spain, and we are a team of 7. So I always loved fishing, and I never owned a boat. I always found it very difficult to go on a fishing trip. That happened when I was living in Kuwait, when I was studying in Hong Kong, when I was working in Spain. So it's really extremely difficult to find and book a fishing charter boat online. And yeah, so it's always extremely difficult to find something like. So I thought to myself, why don't we have one online platform that aggregates all of the fishing charter boats around the world, all in one place, and make it extremely easy to book a fishing trip online. So this is what we did, and this is what FishFishMe. Let me give you one example about one customer that we had. His name is Andrew. He lives in London, and he booked a fishing trip in Portugal. During this trip, he caught an 800-pound blue marlin. That was the biggest fish he caught in his life. He was extremely happy, and he even sent us a thank you email, to thank us just to connect him with Captain Charlie. So we hear these stories almost every day, and it happens to us. We have many stories like this from many customers that we had. So basically what we provide is an online marketplace that connects people that want to go fishing with captains and skippers around the world. During the last 12 months, we helped more than 3,000 people to go fishing around the world. And this 3,000 people are split between passionate fishermen and first-timers. We currently have 500 fishing charter boats spread in more than 24 countries around the world. Our business model is simple. We just take 15 to 20% commission in successful bookings. We are currently seeking to raise our second round of funding to expand to the US market, which is, by the way, the biggest market in the whole planet, and also to increase our charter boat partners by 4-fold and increase our revenue by 10x during the next 12 months. Our vision is to help everyone to go fishing anywhere around the world. So this is our story, and we'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you.
Great. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So now makes sense. I've heard other people doing these fishing charter, online things. What's the competition in the U.S.? So aren't there already guys doing this here, or did they not make it?
Yeah. So good question. So there are fishing charter guides. So where you go, you find the name of the company and their website, and then you go online. But what we provide is an online booking solution. So when we go to our website, you select the country and then the city. You click in the fishing charter boats, and you can book online.
So your hotels.com for fishing charter, whatever the example is, and you're saying, and that does not exist right now.
It doesn't exist.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of there are some competitors, small competitors. There are people that are trying to copy us.
Okay.
But I think we are much bigger than them and faster.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks.
So I have no idea what the global or U.S. fishing charter market size is, but is the plan to eventually branch out into scuba and sailing charters and other things like that? I just wonder if the niche that you're in, how big it's going to scale.
Yeah, so just to give you an idea about the market, it's around maybe in the States by itself, it's around $2 billion, and probably it's bigger, double around the world. And the interesting part actually is the first timers, they never thought about going fishing before, just because we are having it make it super easy for them, to book the fishing charter. We're having around 40% of our customers are female, which is really interesting. And this is the first time they thought they can actually charter a boat and go fishing. So we're thinking actually the market is even double than whatever it's existing at the moment.
Just don't try to adopt the Uber model for fishing boats. They probably wouldn't work.
Thanks, Phil. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Good job. So next company, Amr Al-Islam from Egypt, company called Integrate. Amr. And Islam.
Right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Amr Saleh. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Integrate, and here with me Islam Mustafa, our CTO. We are a team of 8 based in Egypt, and we all come from software and electronics engineering background. What we do is we help electronics hobbyists build projects much faster. In the past 5 years, there has been a surge in the DIY culture. People started prototyping, cheap sensors were introduced, 3D printers came up, and a lot of hardware open source kits were introduced. Now all of these created a maker movement, a market so big that this event called the Maker Fair attracts more than 100,000 people in only 2 days. Now these makers, they like to explore, to create new things, to build stuff, new stuff, and they get frustrated when they look at smartphones and see all the capabilities and sensors in it, and they can't get to it. So what we've done is we provided sort of a gateway. We created this hardware that communicates with the smartphone over Bluetooth, and an app that allows you to tap into the sensors in the smartphone so that you can bring your smartphone into the prototyping environment. And we call this product the One Shield. So last November, we launched the Kickstarter campaign for our product. And with almost no marketing, just a word of mouth, we ended up getting 1,300 people to buy the product from 55 different companies. And by the end of the campaign, we ended with 800% of the funding goal. So we managed to enter this closed community, to penetrate it, and to get the word out. We got featured twice on TechCrunch, and now we're currently building a new website to attract all these makers and hobbyists and share their projects on our portal. And in addition to that, and one of the reasons why we're raising funding, is to come up with a second product that will revolutionize the electronic circuits education. It will target hobbyists and the educational market as well. So right now, we're focusing on this exploding maker market. We'll be sponsoring the next event, Maker Fair event, here in the Bay Area next May. So make sure if you come to pass by our booth. And I'd love to show you a live demo after all the presentations. Now I'm happy to answer all your questions. Thank you very much.
Any geeks in the judges?
So awesome stuff. I tinker around with a lot of like sensors, chipsets, making some DIY stuff in my garage, right? So how long ago was your Kickstarter campaign? And then just curious, were there any stories of someone making something significant out of the Shield product?
Yeah, our Kickstarter campaign was for 30 days. Right now we haven't delivered yet. We are working on the production. That is why I'm going to be in China next month to pursue shipping and the production.
Awesome! I can't wait, and thank you for letting me know. I'll probably be buying.
We're opening pre-orders, and we'll let everyone to get the 10% discount on the pre-orders.
Okay.
It's good to see you're doing this. We've seen such an explosion in K through 12 education and coding camps versus summer camps for kids and things like that. It's good to see it in the electronic circuits area as well.
Yeah.
Is there a particular niche that you're kind of targeting, age-wise, application-wise, with what you're doing? Or?
Well, the beauty about the maker community is you can see like 14-year-old children and 50-year-old dads tinkering with themselves. Our vision is to, tinkering with products. Yeah, so we don't have a specific age group, but we're targeting education in general. And for age between 14 and 21, to teach them about electronics, coding, and prototyping with a lot of products.
Do you think the use cases are mostly kind of recreational, or what do you think are a couple of common use cases?
Well, there are a lot of things to do with development. We are a development platform, so some would use it to automate their home. Some would use it to add some security to themselves. Our investor actually is a geek, and he controls his irrigation system in his land to do it. So a lot of things to do. So, yeah.
All right, great job.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully you get more questions, you go to the table.
Hide the mic from Fleming.
Yeah, take the mics out. Very interesting. So next company is Dupsy from Intern Avenue, and she comes from the UK. And welcome, Dupsy.
My name's Dupsi Abiola, and I'm the CEO and founder of Intern Avenue. Intern Avenue is creating a unique marketplace and recommendation engine which is connecting corporates and companies of all sizes with what we like to call pre-professionals. Now, by pre-professionals, I mean not just your summer college intern. We can help businesses from the comfort of their desktop find the best talent all the way up to graduates with a couple of years work experience under their belts. This is a problem that I faced personally. I went to Oxford and became a lawyer or a barrister, as we call it in the UK. And I wanted exceptional talent for our firm, but didn't want to go through the expensive and time-consuming nightmare of finding that talent. And as it turns out, in the UK alone, over £2 billion is used by companies trying to source and find the needs to try and get the right people. So, I quit my job in a blaze of glory, and over the last 2.5 years, I gathered legal experts, tech experts, and HR to try and create a comprehensive solution to open up this marketplace. We launched about 15 months ago, and the response in the UK has been fantastic. We were selected for the UK's version of the Shark Tank, and I managed to swim away unscathed. We won the Europa for Best Recruitment Startup, which was great. We were also selected as semi-finalists for the Cisco Big Innovation Award because of the way that our platform uses data matching to find the best people. We are now at a point where we've grown our team to 15 people. We have early revenues and clients such as AOL, Mazda, and Centrica, who are paying to use our platform, and in some cases, we're their exclusive way to find talent in this market. Most recently, we've been excited to get a unique partnership with the NUS, which is the largest student organisation in Europe, and I've just been invited by the UK government to become a commissioner to help shape policy on youth unemployment. So, we are taking what we're doing and we want to take it global. We've already had partnership requests from over 15 countries, and the US is obviously a huge market for us. And so if you are as passionate as I am about opening up access to the best pre-professionals, then I hope you'll ask me questions and come and talk to me afterwards about what we're doing. Thank you.
Great job. Loved it. Thank you. So here's the question for you. So there are, 35 places that I can go and post my resume and look for blah, 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 blah. How are you going to acquire your customers on both sides of this market? The interns, are they going to hear about it? The companies, why are they going to plug in?
Yeah. So up until now, we haven't spent any money on marketing, and we've managed to acquire over 30,000 candidates doing nothing, and we're growing at least 30% month on month. We've now just got this partnership with the NUS, and that's an exclusive partnership. So our approach has been to have a solution which is both good for the candidate and good for the employer. We're very selective about who we allow to use our platform, and we only use paid opportunities. So we're finding that actually candidates are coming to us via word of mouth. On the employer side, again, we're getting all of our sign-ups organically still, and we've had over, and we have a very targeted way that we're going to be approaching businesses who we know we're already hiring for, and we've got successful.
And you said only paid, not unpaid.
No unpaid internships, but just to clarify, when I say intern, we're talking about more than just college summer internships. We're talking about the whole piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question. First compliments. Very engaging presentation. Great eye contact.
Thank you.
Love the smile.
Thanks.
It really helps.
I'm here all week.
Maybe this niche in the marketplace hasn't been explored, but there are people hovering above you. They're like picking up the high-end jobs because the margin pays for it there. So we're working sort of downhill. And at your level, why is this just not a feature ad where one of your competitors in the space decides, it's time to go after that intern market? How do you like to create a defensible space for yourself, or at least make yourself an attractive acquisition candidate so when the time comes, you make money?
Well, we would love to be acquired by a larger organization eventually, of course. But what we're finding is we've really spent a lot of time focusing on the needs in this space. And we've developed a recommendation engine, which is already working really nicely for companies. And AOL being one of them now doesn't use anything else. So I think focus is one of the things, and focusing on the technology that creates it means that we can deliver great results really cheaply and in a way which I think it will be hard for other competitors to match, and it will be easier to acquire us if they want to take our tag. Yeah.
All right, great job. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, judges. Heidi, our next company is Melang Studio from South Korea. We have Heidi, entertainment gaming company, and Heidi will tell us about the great stuff that they're doing. Welcome, Heidi.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Heidi from Melang Studio, an app developing company from South Korea. Let me introduce my team first. We have 15 wonderful workers based in Korea, and then we consist of 7 designers, 4 developers, 2 marketers, CEO, and advisors. Our company's aim is to make awesome apps, make people's life more exciting and happier when they use our service. So, and right now, listen. Boring, and boring. You may hear this sound every morning to wake up. But however, this sound make you wanna wake up. So we wanna solve this problem. So we wanna make people start their morning with enjoyment. That's why we made our first service, Alarm, by combining game and alarm. So it is very easy and simple to use it. Just to set up the alarm and then play the game to turn the alarm off and get some reward when you get up in time. So with the typical alarm, just put the button, but our users start their morning playing the fun games every morning. Yeah. So we have been providing this service for almost 2 years, and we have achieved 9 million download users over the world. And so, yeah, 9 million download users. And so, yeah, by providing our service as a free app, we have tried to provide a lot of alarms like the popular characters, and then game, famous brand like Dunkin' Donuts. So those were very popular among our users. So based on our experience, we have just started to make Alarm a marketplace for alarm. It means our users can select and purchase what they really want to use as their personal alarm inside Alarm. So, and also characters, famous brand and game company can use Alarm as one of their marketing channel to make their product as Alarm. It means they can make people start their morning with their product first. So starting Alarm, we have been preparing on other services. Those are related to people's life and contribute to people's life more fun and exciting. And then you wanna meet some new? Are you looking for something fun? Why don't you download the Alarm from the Google Play Store and App Stores? Thank you. Any questions?
Well, I gotta ask, how many of your 9 million users have thrown their Samsung phone through the wall because they go nuts trying to play the game when they're trying to win? I mean, is there, seriously, people don't throw their phone against the wall?
I'm not sure, but our users, I'm not sure, but sometimes I don't know it's my service. Yeah. Every time I use my service, so sometimes because our alarm never stops until you complete the play the game. Yeah.
Or you throw your phone. But seriously, how much money does 9 million downloads mean?
Mean to us. So your mean is that we.
What are your revenues? Will you tell us what the revenue?
I'm not sure because our service is a free app right now so far, and we have just started to provide in-app purchase items. So we just make some revenue from the advertising.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So when you win the game, does it turn the coffee maker on? Is that what the reward is?
We worked with Dunkin' Donuts before, so yeah.
감사합니다.
천만에요.
So where do you go from here? I mean, it seems like what you're doing right now is a bit niche oriented. Do you expand into general gaming or?
You mean we want to? What's next? Our next?
Or do you have a game that puts you to sleep at night?
We extend our service to the game, some other lifestyle category apps like the notification app, and then Alamon is right now we are focused on the Asian market, but we want to extend our service to American and European market. Yeah.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
We're halfway done, yeah, but we'll continue quickly, and then we appreciate the patience because we'll get it faster sooner. The next company from Germany, we have Mark and Anna. Anna and Mark are the co-founder of Mercier. They come from Berlin. Welcome.
They do. Hi, we're happy to be here. My name is Anna Bojic. I'm the founder and CEO of Mercier, and this is my co-founder, Mark Lampe. I used to be an artist, and Mark used to be an investment banker. And with Mercier, we're the only company that is able to, able to elevate the process of gifting really to an art of gift giving, both for companies as well as consumers. And we want to become the online destination for successful gift giving and relationship management on this planet. We founded our company 2.5 years ago in Berlin. We're today cash flow positive. We have a team of 7 wonderful people, and we have gathered lots of experience with our business clients such as Samsung, Audi, Lufthansa, Deutsche Bank, Cisco, Vodafone, to name the ones that you all know. And both our consumers as well as our company clients love us so much. They compliment us with lots of repeat business, and which brought us to be cash flow positive today. And also, although we're still bootstrapped, we're on track to hit our first $1 million in annual revenues this year. So what's the secret behind this? What we do is we look at gifting in its completeness. We understand that it's a really difficult but really essential human form of communication, and we take all the elements of gifting very seriously. Gift giving really is a basic human behavior. You find it in every culture there ever was, and it's an important part of every meaningful event in our lives. So all the complicated stuff we want to take out. We start with the idea. We make curated gifts, so basically a reinvention of the gift basket. And we combine objects really with a strong and genuine message. Second of all, we are a fully integrated service, which means we take all the time-consuming stuff out of the situation. We do the wrapping, we do the handling, we do the sending, so you can really concentrate on the pleasure of gift giving. And last but not least, we automated the most difficult part of the gifting, the gift finding. We developed, using machine learning, we developed a recommender engine, which allows you to find the perfect gift within minutes. So it's basically taken the place of a very well-trained gift shop assistant. And we have used this algorithm with our business clients. They love it. And we're now really looking into it, making it accessible also for our consumer clients. And we do have a patent pending for this algorithm, by the way. So just imagine the impact and also the pleasure that could come from being able to pick out the perfect gift and send it to somebody that you want to create more intimacy with within just a few minutes of your lives. And this is really our vision. I'm happy to answer questions.
Thanks, Anna.
I looked at your website today, absolutely phenomenal. I was blown away. Beautiful stuff. I just wanted to buy it and give it away. So here's my question for you. Other companies are doing things that are delivered over the cloud, the internet, the virtual goods, whatever. You're in that tough business of delivering real stuff.
Yeah.
So how do you grow beyond just a local market when it's taking stuff, putting it in boxes, shipping it across international borders? What's your thoughts about developing your market beyond, where you are right now?
Yeah, that's interesting. Right now, we're actually sending, or our gifts are reaching people in basically all European countries. That's really easy. You can easily send within Europe, right? But we also already send gifts to China, which is much more complicated, and also the US. So this is really something that we have to enhance now. We want to grow more in the European market, but we also need to set up in the US because we already have company clients that really want to do the same projects that they did with us in Europe also here. Because you can basically mirror them and have the same sort of success with them.
So I love a good gift when someone gives it to me and it's exactly what I want, right? And I really believe in this type of industry in that in specializing in products and delivering exactly what someone needs. So is there a limit to what kind of gifts you're giving, and then as well as a limit as far as how you can attain it? So for example, if someone in China wants something crazy obscure in the US, right? Is there a limit to what you can't do?
There are several limitations. As already mentioned, we can't ship just anything across the border, right? So we have to narrow that down, obviously. And that's something that we have to work on to make it more obvious where to ship what. At the same time, I think it's really mostly about the message, what you do with gifting. The importance of the actual object kind of diminishes as soon as you have a really good message that goes along with it. This is also what we're really good at, and this is also what's really important for the company clients. To give you an example, as a company client right now, what do? You can buy the bottle of wine, you have all those obscure catalogs, and then you can pick out a nice USB stick. It does nothing. As a company, it's a waste of money, right? So as a company, you actually do want to shape yourself as an image in the mind of your consumers. You also want to compliment your consumers and give them the idea that you actually understand their needs. And you can do that through a very clear message. And we try to find things that basically communicate this message. And that's the more important part. And you want to stop me, I can tell.
Thank you so much. We'll get Henry people. Thank you, Anna, Mark, Mercier. Next company is from Israel. We have Morpheus. Welcome Tanya from Morpheus. The microphone is going on. It's getting a little chilly. We'll get to food and wine soon. All right, go Tanya.
Hi. Before I start, you have a ring, right? Can I have it?
Can you get it off?
That one.
The wedding's ring. He's
Can I have the other one? Okay. Anyone else? Because this is what I do. I just steal jewelry. And seriously, my name is Tanya. I'm the founder of Morpheus. I'm going to put this here. We'll get back to it. I'm the founder of Morpheus, and I'm an industrial designer. What Morpheus does is a platform where you can commission, custom-made, fine pieces of jewelry. We're based in Israel, as Fadi stated, but our entire process is virtual, so we're everywhere. Our network is global. So the idea is that, I'm sorry, I don't know your name, Bill, just joined the market of $1.5 billion loss in insurance claimed every year in the US. Only, for momentarily you joined. Only 4% is recovered, 95% is money on the table to be recreated. Other than that, we see objects all the time around us that we really covet. Let's say you were watching the Gladiator movie. Anyone familiar with that? Remember the earrings? Well, we had a client, his wife remembered the earrings. She can't find them anywhere else. Turns to us, uploads a photo. There you go. How do we do it? We 3D print it. So we're a team of industrial designers and 3D printing professionals, which we've gone through endless design iterations over the years. It's frustrating, it's expensive, you don't know where to turn to, and we know we can do it better now. We can streamline it because we can digitize it. So we've basically spent the last 8 months building a platform that integrates designers on one end, we have designers from all over the world, and 3D printing services on the other end. And we integrate them together in this one scalable platform. And in the middle, we provide them with a workroom which is seamless. You can see the design happening, you can comment on it, and only once you approve it, it's printed. So what is this market? So 3D printing is now estimated, and we're talking precious metals. Silver, I have Chloe, where are my models? They disappeared. Madame Tusteau here, which is one of our clients. Can you come, Leary? So Swarovski here, and an onyx here from a photo. 3D printing is now at this level. Customization is a growing trend online. About 35% of people online are interested in being part of the creation. That's about $6 billion. And we're focusing on jewelry, $70 billion market. Why? Because it's highly emotional, and the margins are really high. So we raised a pre-seed from the diamond industry, from a noted investor in New York City, which helped us build the platform. We also connected with Shapeways in New York and iMaterialize in Belgium. They're the largest 3D printing services. For iMaterialize in Belgium, we are their online jeweler. So if you go there, you need an online jeweler, that's us. And we're now looking to continue raising funds to extend the product offering and to integrate with image-based sites. Because imagining surfing on Pinterest and seeing all those vintage items where you just can't get them anywhere. About 80% of people, they just repin, because usually when you see something, you know you want it. So we're Morpheus. He was the god of dreams. He's also that guy from Matrix. Oh, so you know him. So if you're a dreamer and you just covet something, or if you're really into cool technology, I'll be happy to speak to you. I have some samples. That's it. I owe you this, sorry.
Oh, thank you.
I'll present it.
Gotta get my ring back, right?
What metals are you able to do right now? And I know the technology's come very far.
Okay, so we directly print in titanium. That directly print, that means there's nothing else involved. We also do a two-step printing for silver and gold, which means you print in wax, and then you cast it, and you pour the gold or the silver. We also take care of setting the stones. But really, the entire process is done virtually. So I can have a designer, and I have in Paris, a client in Tel Aviv, and the printer in Belgium. So up until the part where you set the stones, nothing happened. It's all virtual, which what allows you to scale. Sorry?
Ceramics as well?
No, we don't do ceramics. We only do fine jewelry and precious metals.
And I'm sorry if you said it, I missed it. What is the global custom jewelry market?
Custom made?
Custom made.
Okay, so the global market of jewelry is 70 billion. Custom made requests are around 6 billion. And so we're going to take part of that.
Yeah, so how do you think about defensibility here in terms of, do you have something that can't be easily replicated? And then secondly, what kind of gross margins are you getting? Do you need high repeat rates, or can you do one-off designs?
We're looking at a price point of about $500 right now. We take a commission on top of that, and we're doing quite well with that. So it's not an issue. Because it's custom-made, people are used to paying more, and because they can't get it anywhere else, they'll stick around. So once we have a digital asset, so we're in the jewelry business, but we're also a technology company. Once we have all these there's many things we can do with them. So there's a secondary market. We can extend it to collection. We can rev share with clients. I hope I answered your question.
Great, thank you so much, Tanya.
Oh,
thank you,
business process, I'll be happy to talk to you.
Idris with SMS All from Pakistan. I'm gonna get the microphone. These lights up. Oh, there we are. Here, they're changing colors. Huh? Oh, they're voice sensitive? Welcome, Idris from SMS All.
Hi everyone, I'm Idris from SMS All, which is Pakistan's largest mobile social network. We founded SMS All 3.5 years ago, and we are a team of 9 people. So our vision is to become the leading communication platform in the developing region, which is different from the developed world. There is no internet out there, very low penetration of internet. And there is a lot of telephones, mobile phones. So we have done pretty well in Pakistan. We have 7.5 million users. 3% of the user base is daily active, who pay to use our service every day. Also, we have been working with the brands to give them reach to their customers on the low-end phones. We have won Best Communication Platform Award in 2013. And also during Pakistan's general elections, our platform was used by all the major political parties, and we sent more than 700 million SMS for election-related campaigns, because that was the best way to reach out to masses. Now, seeing the smartphone growth, there's a huge demand of free messaging among the users. And we believe that we are best placed in Pakistan to capture that potential and that demand. So we have launched our MVP for Android platform, which is a mobile application that bridges the gap between the smartphone and feature phone users. So the problem with existing application is that because of the low penetration of smartphones, you are restricted to only talk to few people who have smartphones, and you can only talk to them. With our application, you can enjoy rich messaging with the smartphone users, but also can reach out to the feature phone users who still don't have the smartphones. Also, we combine the public and private discussions on one platform, so that if you want to talk about a particular topic, you can explore other users who are on the same platform, and you can make new friends there. So we are seeking for some opportunity to raise some funding so that we can execute it quickly, because time is very critical in this market. And I believe that the next billion-dollar company is going to come from that region, because we are well placed to sort of raise to capture that market in the developing world. So that's what we do.
Great, thank you, Idris.
So I'm trying to get my head around exactly what you're doing. Okay. So your baseline business is SMS, group message, SMS, and you're trying to create this transparency. Do you need the collaboration of the carriers to be successful? Is that your key here, or how do you create a successful app in this part of the world?
Yeah, so we are telco friendly by nature. So we work with the operators to monetize our user base. Of course, if we grow outside Pakistan, we will have to integrate with the carriers and work with them. And our model is very simple. We bridge the gap between feature phone and smartphones, to capture that market before other leading players.
Okay. And then you have a deal with the carriers to get a penny per whatever.
Yes. So we instead of doing revenue share with the app stores, we plan to do rev shares with the operators because they will love us and they will prefer us over other operators, our other applications.
And you're working in SMS right now. Does your vision include, MMS photos as well?
Yeah. So on SMS, you cannot send really the pictures. MMS market did not take off in that region. So now instead of just focusing on SMS, we also want to have our presence on the smartphones. So now we want to build on top of what we have and capture the emerging growth of smartphones. Yeah.
Is your design and your platform, the way you built it now, easily expandable into other countries?
Of course.
What other countries are you in?
Yeah. So like I said, our application also offers new features which can attract user base outside Pakistan, in the US and in other countries as well. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Idris. Great job. Okay, next company is Sponseezy from France. We have Jordan and Miguel, co-founder of Sponseezy.
Hey, I'm Jordan, one of the founders of Sponseezy and also CEO of the company. I'm here with Miguel, also founder and COO. Back there you have Barthélemy, founder and lead designer. And since we consider ourselves as a mafia, we came with the family. So you have Adrien, developer at Sponseezy, Archer, developer at Sponseezy too, and the friend out there too.
Came here just for them.
So Sponseezy is a software company focusing on the sponsorship market. Our solution takes the pain out of creating your sponsorship proposal and managing your sponsorship campaign so you can find more sponsors. So what's the pain here? Let's say I'm Fadi and I'm organizing the Blackbox demo day and I'm looking for sponsor for that. To find sponsor, Fadi will go through a few steps. First, he'll have to create a sponsorship proposal. So Fadi is a hustler. He'll do on PowerPoint and he'll spend about 15 to 30 hours on it, but he's not a designer, so I'm not sure of the results at the end. Sorry, Fadi. Then Fadi will have to export it as a PDF, and each time he will want to change something on that PowerPoint, he'll have to export it again and again. And finally, he'll send email with the proposal attached. That's it. May seems easy, but trust me, it's a real pain. And very soon, Fadi will find himself spending way too much of his valuable time into non-value-added tasks instead of focusing on the right sponsor. It's because we have been organizing events and we know that pain that we have created Sponseezy. Sponseezy allows event organizers to create, in a matter of minutes, without any designing or programming skills, a beautiful and professional sponsorship proposal. So what's the opportunity here? Let me talk also about the analytics. It's not only a proposal. Since it's cloud-based, Fadi will be able to send the link to his potential sponsor and track it, so he'll have analytics about it. So for example, if he sends the proposal to you guys at Google, he'll be able to know if you checked it, how long did you stay on it, and what did you do. So if you seem interested, he's gonna focus on you. But what's the opportunity here? Well, the sponsorship market is a $50 billion growing market, beginning to be taken to the cloud. Our solution, our vision is simple: come for the platform, come for the proposal, but stay for the platform. It's the inverse. Each time a proposal has to be done, we want Sponseezy to be used. Each time a sponsorship campaign has to be managed, we want Sponseezy to be there. So we're a 6-people team based in Paris and San Francisco. We're completely bootstrapped. The beta is open for now 1 month. And if you are interested in the event market, sponsorship market, just a pixel lover, or want to hear our funny French accent, we're just here. And we'll be glad to show you a demo. We're very proud of it, and we want you to enjoy it.
Great.
Thanks.
What is the pain point that you're solving for the person sponsoring the event?
So actually you have a good vision because it's the next step. For now, the first pain is creating a sponsorship proposal. But if we solve that pain, we'll secondly solve a second pain for the sponsor, which is having a system that centralizes all the proposals, classify them, and highlight the best opportunity. But to have that, we need good data, like data that the sponsor will want. So it's a step that we may go after within a few months. But for now, we focus on the event part.
No. Okay. No. Bill.
So I'm going to give you some feedback. Is that okay?
Yep.
Can I give feedback? Okay. So I'm gonna push back on you when you said this is a $50 billion market, right? This is not a $50 billion market. The idea of a tool to help you create proposals around sponsorships is not a $50 billion market, is it?
No.
Right? Okay, what is the market? What's the market? How big is the market? Okay.
With our vision, we can see the market differently. The sponsorship market is a $50 billion market, not yet to the cloud. But our market, you can see first the proposal market. Now we have proposal software. It's for sales. It's also for sponsorship, but it's not well designed, etc., etc. There is this market. And then you can also see the agency market. So today you have sponsorship agency that creates sponsorship proposal for clients. You have also event organizer using tools. There is the sport market. So our market is around all that different area where sponsorship is involved. If you want me to quantify it, I cannot quantify it yet.
Okay. Thank you.
Good answer. Thank you so much. Next company is Take and Make. From Israel, we have Liri and Mika. Yeah.
Second.
Although Liri was a model in the previous demo, she's also a co-founder.
Liri's gonna be a model here too, don't worry, so. Thanks for bearing the cold, by the way. So we'll just dig right in there. Okay, I know you guys hear a lot of speeches. I promise this is going to be different. Along with my co-founders, Liri and Yossi, we're working on Take and Make, a new way of crafting. By the way, a $30 billion market in the US alone, to be grown to $40 billion by the end of next year. This actually all started with Liri. Liri's leading blog for do-it-yourself crafts in Israel, which means make it yourself, do-it-yourself jewelry, do-it-yourself room decor, etc. After speaking with a lot of her subscribers, Liri found that they always have the same problems over and over again. What materials to get, where to get them from, or it's just not convenient enough to really get the materials. We actually found that, like Liri, there are these tens of thousands of girls with their own YouTube channels that have their own do-it-yourself YouTube channels, and these girls have actually thousands, if not millions, of subscribers with the same exact problem that Liri's subscribers had, right? So what materials to get, where to get them from. And Take and Make is the solution for that. So what Take and Make does is an e-commerce platform for do-it-yourself online courses, together with materials that are sent straight to the users' homes to follow those courses. Thank you, Liri. So now these crafty girls and women can have their own branded kits, branded by Take and Make. And that's how we have also an inherent distribution inside our product. How do we actually make this happen? We actually send all the supplies straight from the supplier to FedEx that we have a collaboration with, a small company, and they assemble and ship it straight to the end users' homes. Our business model is one of rev share. So after we take into account fulfillment and supply, we actually share the revenues together with the instructors, and we have about 50% margins. Besides our regular model, we also have premium kits coming out soon with celebrities. We have a girl who has about 2.5 million subscribers who's signing on with us soon, and other celebrities. We're going to open up subscription model, not exclusively, but as well. And we're also going to have affiliate models soon. We have tens of girls signed on with us today, and they're tripling by the month. We're starting out with the US, but we are going to take over the world. And we have recently expanded the team. So besides myself, Mika, I have a background in business development. Our
DIY leader and CMO Leary and co-founder, and our rockstar CTO Yossi and co-founder, who led teams of hundreds of people in companies such as AOL, 5 Minutes, and Oberon Media. We just expanded in the US and now have a COO, Marty, who was also COO of Pentel and opened Pentel Arts and Crafts, and also a director of talent, Leah Blywise, who also opened and has the PR firm 1000 Skies. In terms of what we're searching for right now, we're fundraising pre-seed. We're looking for a $600,000 round. We have 300,000 committed, and we might expand to $1 million. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Great job. Thanks, Mika.
First of all, thank you for the entertaining old school presentation.
You're welcome.
And any particular niches in crafting, and I mean, it's a huge market. A high school friend of mine, she's kind of a major player in the South Bay and in this market, and I had no idea when it came to scrapbooking and things like that how big it actually was. So what's really the vision in terms of products and expansion and what you want to do?
So we are looking to be the new way to craft. We're actually going to be the destination site for do-it-yourself. We're starting with a niche, which would be jewelry, charms, scrapbooking, room decor, and this to itself is a $5 billion market today. It's growing exponentially. So last year, the crafts market in the US was $25 billion. It grew to $30 billion, and by next year, it's supposed to be $40 billion. Now, the makeup industry, we're also going to expand into cosmetics. Of course, the older target market, which we're right now not targeting because we have an inherent penetration model to teenage girls on YouTube. So the older market would be quilting, weaving, knitting, and such.
And would a partnership with Pinterest or something like that be a good bootstrap model for you to
Pinterest too? No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
That was a great presentation. So if I get it, you're right. You're kind of relying on these people who already have a following to really generate the demand, right? So how would the economics work, and kind of how do you capture value? Because if kind of the pseudo celebrities driving all the demand, how do you avoid becoming sort of, a supply provider essentially, right? In the background.
That's a great question. So we're actually, I'll take it from where the competition of ours is coming from right now. So right now our competition is really based on either videos or crafting kits. And all of them came up actually in the last 2 years, probably with the rise of Pinterest, by the way. We're the only ones doing the included experience, but more so, we're also a user-generated content-based platform. So we understand that these are the stars. They already know how to make the videos and the contents, but we also know from them that they have this need. They're not going into supplies. They don't want to do the inventory, and that's where we step in. We're really creating an ecosystem for do-it-yourself crafts because we're creating a win situation for these instructors who do what they do fantastic, which is the content, and also they're sort of one of our main marketing channels, and therefore they get a revenue cut from it. But we're also a win situation for the suppliers since we're bringing on board more clients. And in the long run, what we're actually working on, and we have a collaboration with a few people going on right now, we're going to bring on a catalog of the suppliers onto our website in order to build the kits straight from there. So we're really only the connecting platform for this community of do-it-yourself from all aspects needed.
Great job. Thank you, Leary. Yeah.
We'll clean up, buddy.
All right, yeah, clean up time. Give the mic to Mike. Mika, don't worry about it. We need the mic for... Next company is from India. Is Tuki Taki. We have Jita and Abhishek from Tuki Taki, revolutionizing the advertising. Pretty awesome stuff.
Thank you. Thank you, Fadi. Hello, everybody, and good evening. On a lighter note, Tuki Taki means hide and seek. Targeting beyond the cookies is the future of the ad world, and we at Tuki Taki are working on this non-cookie based display advertising area for more than a year now. Let me introduce myself and my partner. I am Jeeta, co-founder at Tukitaki. But the brain behind Tukitaki is my friend cum partner Abhishek, who is also the founder. With us, we have the able support of another 8 members, and we work out of Bangalore, the Silicon Valley of India. Abhishek's 6 years experience in DoubleClick Google and high-frequency trading in JP Morgan, coupled with my traditional ad media background while working with the Times Group, gave us the inevitable natural push to open our ad tech business in October 2012, and we thus landed up in this lucrative, competitive, billion-dollar ad market. We make display advertising effective by 40% across devices over a period of 2 months, and this has been validated by our clients in multi-niche e-commerce, real estate, and mobile ad agencies across Australia and India. We started acquiring clients back in July 2013, and we almost grew by 100% every quarter, achieving an annualized run rate of 1 mil. This traction has been possible because of our fresh approach and cutting-edge engineering techniques. We utilize the much in vogue concept of momentum trading from finance, where stocks are traded based on the market momentum rather than on individual behavior in display advertising. Put it simply, we look at trends and try to understand how audience behavior is moving across the digital web and try to map it to my client's product. This concept of building a semantic relationship between the trends, the persona, and the product is fairly new and can be referred to as the holy grail of non-cookie based display advertising. We are one of the preferred marketing developers from Facebook, and we also have API access to Google DoubleClick's ad exchange. We raised seed funding from institutional investors to roll out this current platform and achieve this 1 mil revenue run rate, which we are quite proud of. And we are looking for funds to aggressively expand in the APAC, US, and Canadian market and build the largest semantic graph connecting products, persona, and trends. We believe our timing is absolutely perfect, and the world is looking away from the cookies, and we are the alternatives. Would love to give you a demo and take questions now.
Great job. Thank you. Thank you, Jeeta.
What you're doing sounds fascinating. It's separating, signal from noise and creating. Are you okay there? So it's creating some enormous value out of just really a massive amount of data and creating, some kind of a useful signal. So my question for you is, if you've really figured this out, you're really smart, and you may be very, very smart. But why limit it to such a small market? Why not go take this intellectual property and sell it to the Googles, everyone else in the world who's trying to figure out the same problem?
It's a very good question, but we don't want to be a feature company in Google where we sell ourselves at $50 million, right? We really want to be the next $500 million market, right? So it's not that we haven't received offers from various companies, quasi-acquire higher, but that's not what we're here for, right? I left my trading job in JP Morgan, and Jeeta left the job. We really want to make a new difference in how display advertisement work, and we want to show that display advertisement is very competitive, what people say, but they are competitive for wrong reasons. And we want to show or bring a new, fresh approach to make it more effective.
So can you just help me understand a little bit more about what's a use case, and specifically kind of where, it sounds like you're describing more retargeting than you are kind of up top of the funnel. But if you're top of the funnel, are you basically just using statistical correlations between device IDs and product? I don't get how you remove cookies. How do you track a user, and how does the correlation come in the picture?
I want to suggest that explaining that is going to take a little more time than we have, right?
So to answer your question very quickly, that's our proprietary semantic graph. I know it's a big word, and people have been struggling to understand that. But yeah, let's I would be happy to show you on how it does. But on the onset, I would like to say it's non-cookie based. We don't track devices. It's a concept that we are bringing in.
Great job. Thank you, Tukitaki. Abhishek and Jita. Thank you. And we have the next company is also from Lahore, Pakistan. We have Amar. Amar is the founder of Vivid Technology. Welcome, Amar.
Imagine if every one of us has to wait on hold for 1 minute per month. The entire California would have to wait 160 years on hold just last year alone. I'm Umar Khan, founder of Vivid Technologies, and we're here to fix this. If you bring a 1-800 number today, what you experience is absolutely messed up. They force you to listen to a few options that you don't want to listen to. Press 1 for customers, press 2 for complaints, press 3 for marketing, and you don't want to be consuming any of the information. So you instinctively press 0, and then you stay in queue for about 15-20 minutes. If you're lucky and your call gets answered, you take about a couple of minutes to explain them why you're ringing them, and it's just about the time when they tell you that you have been transferred to the wrong department. And imagine that the customer experience of ringing a customer services helpline has not changed in the last 40 years. In my last 10 years of experience working with the contact center industry, I saw so many opportunities to improve the consumer experience. So we founded Vivid Technologies last year, and at Vivid Technologies, we decided to transform the audio-only interaction into a visual experience. So you no longer have to listen to any of the voice prompts, because we visually transform this into a visual interface on your smartphone. You consume all the information you want. If you don't find an answer, we still let you press 0 and wait in the queue. And that's without dialing a 1-800 number. Imagine if you're a customer services manager whose job is on the line because 33% of the customers who would abandon their call waiting in the queue would go and aggressively tweet about it. So we want to change this. If you integrate the Vivid platform, it would increase the customer satisfaction exponentially. It would increase the customer retention hypothetically by a whopping 24%. It would reduce the infrastructure cost by 17%, and it would help you optimize your staffing strategies by 9%. Our business model is fairly flexible. We create the value for our customers and then take our cut out of that value that we create for our customers. We are a B2B company. Our app is flexible and easy to integrate because it's the visual experience that we care about. We actually had a great news last week. Microsoft has agreed to sign up with this and integrate our platform with their technology. We are here to meet the lovely people of Palo Alto and Silicon Valley. We are here to expand our network, get more advice, acquire more customers. It will make more sense if you come and see this visually. And I usually finish the pitch by saying that we believe life's too short to be hanging on hold.
All right, good job, Amar. Thank you. Last question?
Well, if you've come to see the lovely people of Palo Alto, you've come to the wrong place, right? sorry. But there is the rest of us. So I apologize because you just needed a couple more sentences to make it clear what the heck you're doing. So I'm sitting on hold. So I figured after listening to you that I'm not actually at my desk on a phone, right? So I got to be on a smartphone, right? So there I am on a smartphone on a call channel, and you push somehow, or are you going to force me to do a VoIP call? Is that what you're doing?
So it's the channel becomes not the voice. So we reinvent the channel, and it basically, essentially, it's a smartphone app. And this smartphone app would be already integrated with your service provider. So you don't have to be going through that voice channel, and rather you can navigate all of the information on your visual IVR, consume all of the information that you want. If you still don't find an answer, you can press 0 and virtually queue your call. What that means is that you, in English, that means that you never have to ring a customer services again.
So the call center providers today don't exactly provide an open API. In fact, it's the opposite. It is completely impenetrable and accessible. So I'm glad you got in there with Microsoft. But what's your go-to-market strategy to get in with all of the other call center providers?
So our go-to market strategy is basically we go out and establish partnerships with the reseller, which I've personally, they are part of my network because I've been in the industry for about the last 10 years. It's a solution that excites some of the resellers and distributors, and they're helping us to establish and leverage their existing customer base.
All right. Great job. Thank you so much, Palo. Next company come from South Africa, from Cape Town. We have Carol and Andrew with Weaver. Welcome.
Good evening. I'm Andrew Lynch from Cape Town, South Africa, and I'm here together with my co-founder, Carol Dobrev. We're building a mobile dating solution for Africa, enabling our users to connect, meet new people, and create relationships. What the majority of you don't understand is the size of the market. There are 700 million mobile phones in Africa, of which 18% are smartphones. The opportunity is absolutely huge. Carol and I have spent the last year building a niche dating service in Cape Town, and as we were building it, we realized that there was a much bigger problem to solve. The core problems that stem from mobile dating in Africa are as a result of user experience. Firstly, what you find with feature phones is that your traditional apps like Tinder, Match.com, and OkCupid, the apps that are known world around, do not function on feature phones and lower-end Android devices. The second problem is that the services that are designed for these devices are characterized by awful user experiences. Users are simply swamped by messages, and there is no effective filtering mechanism to help you meet the people you want to. All in all, the user experience is not something people love, and that is what we are fixing. Our solution is awesome. We have built a mobile app for low-end Android devices and feature phones. We use key data points to ensure that guys have a great experience. We take into account a user's location, their past behavior on the app, and cultural nuances of their area, as well as a social graph. Now, since Facebook doesn't exist, we suck information directly off the user's phone book to show how they're connected. This enables us to provide effective recommendations for users to show them the people they want to meet. And in addition to that, we are incredibly conscious of data. Data is a very valuable commodity in Africa, and we do not want users to be fearful by using our app that they will eliminate and eat up all their data. All our apps are designed and optimized for feature phones. Carol and I are incredibly passionate about this idea. We believe that we can drive it forward. We understand the dating landscape in Africa. We understand the competitive nuances. And we understand how to build apps for feature phones. If you're interested in helping us tackle 700 million people on the African continent, please come and have a chat to us.
All right. Great job. Thank you, Andrew.
So just curious, how does this dating matching work?
In terms of the back end?
So let's say I have a feature phone, and I'm looking for a date tonight, right? How are you matching? Is there some sort of how is this happening?
So I think there may be some confusion of what you see a feature phone as. Feature phones in Africa there's a bit of a fine line. So they do have cameras, they do have screens that you can see color, like see images on and stuff. We're just being very conscious in terms of how we build these apps, optimizing them to these devices and making sure these guys have awesome experiences.
Okay, so you're crawling through my phone book to see a trend that potential mate that I might have a good match.
We're just building a social graph with your contact list. So exactly what Secret does, exactly what WhatsApp does, but we're deploying it. We're deploying it for dating.
What she said. What about the girls?
Well, so we're taking a very much like a Tinder-like approach. So you're able to select who can chat to you, and and obviously if you want to get rid of them, you just click block.
Right. But are you doing anything algorithmic beyond profile matches and fuzzy logic and all that.
We'll do the fairly straightforward, like just analyzing who like. So firstly, analyze your social graph, analyze who you chat to, see your past behavior on the app.
Right. And I'm sorry, I don't know if you said it, but how many users do you have?
We haven't launched it. We'll be launched next month.
All right. Great job. Thank you, Weaver, and thank you, everybody. This is our 16th company, and now please join us. There is a fantastic dinner and drinks, and enjoy talking more and seeing their products. Thank you, judges, so much for great questions and everything. Thank you.
Yeah, company that was selling